What if I told you that one man, born in a quiet English town, would change the very course of language, theater, and storytelling forever? A man whose words still echo in our movies, our books, even in our casual conversations today. This is the story of William Shakespeare, the mystery, the man, the genius. Chapter 1. The Quiet Origins. Shakespeare was born on April 23, 1564, in the quaint market town of Stratford-upon-Avon. His father, John Shakespeare, was a glovemaker and an ambitious businessman. His mother, Mary Arden, came from a noble line of landowners. Life in 16th century England wasn't easy. Illness, superstition, rigid class structures. Yet young William seemed to absorb everything around him with an unusual curiosity. Though no formal records exist of his schooling, most scholars agree he likely attended King's New School, where he would have studied Latin, rhetoric, logic, and the classics. Imagine a young boy reciting Ovid and Virgil, unaware that one day his own words would become just as eternal. Chapter 2. The Missing Years. Between 1585 and 1592, Shakespeare disappears from the historical record. These have been dubbed the lost years. Was he a teacher? A soldier? Some say he joined a traveling theater troupe. Others suggest he fled Stratford after a poaching incident. The truth? We may never know. What we do know is this. When he resurfaced, he was in London, already making waves as a playwright. Chapter 3. Climbing the Ranks. By 1592, his plays were being performed in London's bustling theater scene. But not everyone was impressed. A rival playwright mocked him, calling him an upstart crow. Shakespeare's response? He didn't fight back with words, he fought back with art. By 1594, he had joined the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a respected acting company. He wasn't just writing, he was acting in his own plays. Soon, the company built the iconic Globe Theatre, where Shakespeare's words would stir the hearts of peasants and nobles alike. Chapter 4. The Genius of His Work. So what made Shakespeare different? His language was rich, poetic, and often unpredictable. He bent grammar, he invented words, he made up phrases we still use today. Break the ice, heart of gold, wild goose chase. He wasn't just writing plays, he was exploring human nature, from love to jealousy, ambition to madness. Think about Hamlet, a prince paralyzed by indecision. Macbeth, a man consumed by ambition. Romeo and Juliet, a tale of reckless, youthful love. He understood people, and he made us see ourselves on stage. Shakespeare didn't just write about kings and nobles. He gave voice to fools, gravediggers, drunkards, witches, and outcasts. In a world obsessed with class, he made everyone matter. Chapter 5. Fame, Legacy, and Mystery. By the early 1600s, Shakespeare was a household name. He had earned wealth, fame, and the patronage of King James I. His company became the King's Men, and his works were performed for royalty and commoners alike. Yet for all his fame, Shakespeare remained a private man. He retired in Stratford around 1613 after more than 2 decades of relentless creativity. He died 3 years later on April 23, 1616, his 52nd birthday. But even in death, he remained enigmatic. In his will, he left most of his estate to his eldest daughter, and famously bequeathed his second-best bed to his wife, Anne Hathaway. Was it a slight? A private joke? We don't know. Chapter 6. Immortality Through Words. Shakespeare wrote 38 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 long poems, yet no manuscripts survive in his own hand. His friends compiled his works in the first folio in 1623, 7 years after his death, preserving his legacy. Today, he's more than a man. He's a myth, a mystery, a monument. His influence stretches across continents and centuries. in literature, cinema, music, and pop culture. From Broadway to Bollywood, his stories live on. And maybe that's the most remarkable thing about William Shakespeare. He taught us that words have power, that stories can outlive empires, that even a glovemaker's son from a small town can become the voice of a generation, or 10. All the world's a stage, he once wrote. And in that grand play called Life, Shakespeare gave us the script to understand ourselves. So the next time you hear a phrase that feels timeless, poetic, or just hauntingly true, chances are the Bard of Avon was there first. William Shakespeare, the man who wrote humanity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary stories.